Okay, welcome my friends to Vern, the Jack of all trades, master of none. Today we're going to install a bidet. Okay, obviously everybody knows the situation with toilet paper. This is going to be one of your solves for that problem. Okay, let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to point out a few things for you. So before you begin, you want to check your supply line. You want to make sure you have a flexible supply line like this one here. If you have a rigid supply line, which could be copper, then you're going to want to change that out first, okay? Let's talk about tools. You might want to have on hand some Teflon tape, okay? And have yourself a wrench. You can use a slip wrench so it doesn't make any markings on your bidet as you tighten, but I'll go ahead and I'll use this one for this project, and maybe I'll put a piece of cloth around it so that it doesn't, grab into the nuts. Okay, so we'll go ahead and begin. You're also going to need a Phillips screwdriver. All right, so the first thing you want to do is shut off your supply line. All right, so I'll start by doing that. Give it a couple of turns until it stops. Okay, so that's off. Now we'll flush the toilet. And I'll hold on to that handle. I'll hold the handle until I get all the water out. Okay, I don't know why it sounds like the water's still on. Let's take another look here. Okay, supply line is off. Now that we have the supply line off, we can go ahead and take off the flexible hose, disconnect it from the toilet, and I'll put a piece of cloth. I'll put a piece of cloth underneath just to catch any water that might be draining out. Okay, I'll put that under. Actually, you can get yourself a small cup or bowl because it could be quite a bit of water coming down. So let's grab that. Okay, so I'll put this under here just in case there's a little extra residual water coming down. Okay, you see I happen to be getting a good little drip. So I could tell this cutoff valve was still leaking from the sound it was making, but I wasn't quite sure. So I just let it play out. Okay, so we'll let that drain out. Now while that's draining, let me point a couple of things out to you. So this is the hose that we're going to be connecting, and it has two ends. The small end is the end that's going to be connected to the T that we're going to connect to the toilet, and the other end over here, the bigger end, this is going to be connected to the sprayer. Okay. Now for the T, if you look here, the connecting pipe, the female end, which has the washer inside, that's going to be connecting to the toilet, the male piece that's coming out of the toilet. Okay, looks like this water's still leaking, and it's a good thing we bought that. I'm going to tighten it some more and see if I can get it to. Yeah, you see that? So, since I ran into this problem with a leaky shutoff valve, I'll do a video on that at a different time. That's an easy change, and we'll go back and we'll do that. We'll do that fix in another video. But as you can see here, I got a leaky cutoff valve. So when I cut the water off, I'm not cutting it totally off. So I got a drip. So we're going to make this connection quick. Now, what I'll do is while I have this in my hand, I'm going to put all the Teflon tape all the way around on all the male ends. Okay, so let's do that. A little Teflon here, a little Teflon there. I always use Teflon. It gives us a good seal. I don't like to work without it. Okay, so we got a piece here. I'll try to make it look as good as I can, but my main concern is that I'm getting a good seal because we don't want to leak. Okay, just run it a couple of times. I don't always have to run all the way up to the end, just enough so that when it gets a bite, it's going to hold. Let me discard this water real quick here. Okay, so the one place that we don't have Teflon is we don't have Teflon up here on the piece that's coming out from the toilet, but we don't need it, it's okay. Okay, so here we just want to hand tighten. For now, we don't want to over tighten. And you want the lever to be sticking out. Okay. We can always go back and tighten that up if it leaks. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and let's take off the end that we spoke about over here. Take off that cap and then unscrew the little blue plastic screw that's screwed inside the nut. All right, and then we'll connect that. And this goes around the back. This goes around the back. Back here. Same thing here. We don't want to over tighten, so we'll hand tighten. All right, now after hand tightening, I'm going to actually grab a piece of cloth. Just give me a second. Because I'm not using a slip wrench, I'm going to grab a piece of cloth or a piece of paper. In this case, I prefer to use a piece of paper. And I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to wrap it around the nut. And I'm going to tighten. And I'm just going to tighten just a bit. I don't want to over tighten at all. And again, the paper. Paper is just a measure, not to damage the nut. Okay, I feel it feels quite good, so I'm not going to keep going. I don't want to go too far with tightening. This is a good opportunity to tighten the top nut just a little bit with the same method. Wrap the paper around it. And just turn. Just very loosely, ever so slightly. Okay, I think that's enough. I'd rather under tighten than over tighten. Now that we got that connected, we're going to connect the hose, the flexible supply hose. We're going to go ahead and connect that to the bottom of the T. Now this looks like it's going to be a little tricky, but we'll get it in. As you can see, the space here is very tight. But we'll get her. We'll get her to go, even if I have to turn it. One thing with plumbing, you always, little things are always. Okay, we just wanted to move that out of the way. You never know what's going to happen when you're dealing with plumbing projects, so you got to be prepared for everything. All right, so now I think that's enough. Okay. Turn this until it seals. Okay. Hand tighten. Be very careful here not to over tighten. And now we're going to move on to our sprayer. Now for the sprayer, we got two parts here. We got the part that's going to actually secure the sprayer to the toilet, okay? So we will hang the sprayer. It'll be hanging out of here. And then we have this piece that's going to be secured to here, and it's going to hold it all together. So let me put that together and show you how that's all going to come into play. So again, folks, everything comes with instructions. I know sometimes instructions, you know, are difficult to figure them out. But this is basically nuts and bolts. We're going to have two screws going through here. All right, so you put them through. 1, 2. Let them hang through, and then just fish them in here. Actually, you see around the back side back here, that's where the nuts, those nuts will fit. So you can put those nuts right in there, and then screw it in.
So we'll take the two nuts and we'll put them back here.
We'll take these two from top side. Get them lined up. And then the Phillips screwdriver, we'll start to screw them in. You know, again, we don't want to over tighten. Be very careful in here. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Okay, so now that we got that together, this will hang. Let me show you. This will hang up here. Just give me a second to adjust. Okay, let me show you. If we take this off, we're we're gonna hang right up here. Okay, and now we'll do the connection with the hose. Let me just bring this back down. Okay, so here we'll take off the end cap off of our sprayer. I'll wrap a little bit of Teflon around this. Okay. And you may not want Teflon to show, so you don't have to. You know, that's your call. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it all the way in the corner. I'm going to wrap 1-2 times maybe. That's it. Cut it off there. I'll try to make it as neat as I can so nothing's overhanging. Then we'll go ahead and then we'll screw this in to the other end of the hose here, which is same thing. Take off the cap, unscrew this blue plastic nut, and then fit these two pieces together. We're not going to put any wrench on this at all. Okay. Okay, so that's good to go. Okay, I'm going to now take this and connect it up top. So folks, the problem that we encountered here, and I'll show you, is in this case, the make of this toilet is one that
They actually include a mounting kit to mount this on the wall
bidet,
if you want to. So no worries
it would
there.
have to hang differently on here because it's a little wider than, you know, a normal or usual toilet. You see up here in the top, it doesn't sit flush. So that means that we have a little issue putting down the top here. But you want to make sure of your type of toilet before you purchase your bidet, so you get the right one. But let's test it out. Let's make sure that it's on. And let's spray. Okay, so we have that one, and if you turn it, you have another one. Okay, so you get a little more pressure depending on which way you turn it. Okay. Let's hang it back. And that's it, folks. Now your bill for toilet paper will go down. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.